So beautiful.
It's also beautiful because it's the perfect size.
Yeah.
It isn't overwhelming like some churches you go into. It's just, it takes up city blocks. And the grounds are just as nice as the cathedral. My sister would love that garden. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I'm spending the next several days in Chester, England, which is both a medieval town and it's also a Roman town. It rests on the River Dee and is close to Liverpool as well as to the border of Wales. I'll show you what I saw during my stay, so when you get here, you'll have an idea on what to do. This is a fun town that really comes alive on the weekends.
That's crazy on a Saturday night, yeah. This is more...
Oh yes, I've seen YouTube videos of Chester on a Friday and Saturday. If you haven't been here before, do plan on visiting. I think you'll really like it. I started my first full day on the Rose, likely the most recognizable part of Chester's city center. This is where you realize that you're in a medieval town. You'll find plenty of shopping and dining in this area. As the sign reads, you're standing in the oldest shopping arcade in Britain. These black and white timbered buildings were constructed in the 13th and 14th centuries. Being surrounded by them makes walking here feel like walking through a fairy tale. What's fun about being here is you can ascend the flight of stairs and explore smaller alleyways with plenty of places to visit.
And so we would go up into the rows, which we're going to go into now to go.
You inevitably find yourself stumbling on something new.
Yeah, that was our door. So everywhere in the rows there'll be these little side hidden things. This is my favorite.
Godstall Lane. Friends who live in Chester spent the week showing me the sights, and today they took me to the Little Yellow Pig for a late breakfast. The restaurant is down this narrow alley. I had a terrific meal, and the staff here, as well as at their other location in Hoole, was very welcoming. Here's a bit of culinary English trivia for you. Looking at other plates on the table, I remembered that what the English call bacon, back home we call Canadian bacon. What I didn't know until today was that what we call bacon back home, over here they label it as streaky bacon. After our breakfast, we walked to the Chester Cathedral. Well, this is clever. Just have a QR code so people can see what's coming up. Like many cathedrals, work on this building is continual. I was told construction began in the 10th century and continued for the next 600 or so years. There's incredible stained glass to admire, so take your time to appreciate everything. When you're done walking the interior nave and transepts, you can then visit the cloisters. Oh, I wasn't expecting modern art. Yeah. I like it though. The garden is beautifully landscaped and has a nice modern fountain as its centerpiece. And this is one of those times where modern art I think it just complements the architecture. Can we go down?
Yeah, could I?
Danger, deep water.
Yeah, it's all right. We're not going.
Well, it's slippery water, isn't it?
When the 50 years.
There's a cafe where you can get something to eat or drink. This is one heck of a cafeteria, though. This is like an art museum cafeteria. I was still full from breakfast, but there's always room for coffee. Good size Americano. That looks like a carrot cake.
It is carrot cake.
Easiest way to exit is through the gift shop. Is this where you got our mouse?
Yeah.
Jessica bought us a wooden mouse. That's the postcard you got us. It's black and white though, but it's similar to that. And talking of the gift shop, here's a church mouse I received as a gift on my mantle back at home. Interestingly, a postcard of the Cheshire Cat is watching him. Cathedral gin.
I know, I got some of that for Dustin.
Outside the cathedral is a nice place to have a drink and enjoy the view. Oh, your bar's open.
Is it?
Yes. Look at that. They're all going in. We stopped in at Old Duke's a couple days later to sit on their patio and do just that.
Well, I think we should have a drink there if there's an open seat there and sit. Don't you agree, Paul?
Yeah, yeah.
Is the sun past the yard arm? You can't have an ale until that happens. Next on our list was Eastgate. We went here as this was going to be our entrance onto the city walls, but we had to admire what was resting on top first. This clock, which tells time on all four of its sides, was placed on the East Gate at the end of the 19th century in honor of Queen Victoria. On a list of most photographed clocks in Britain, this one comes in second, only behind Big Ben in London. You can see people posing in front of it right now, and as soon as I get up to the top, I'll take a photo of myself with it. The East Gate is located on the site of the entrance of the original Roman encampment. One thing about Chester is if you like Roman ruins, even just a little bit, you'll really love this town. There is so much Roman architecture still in use, and there are ruins located closely together that you can visit and admire. And why was Chester a Roman settlement? Well, even though it's inland today, go back 2 millennia and this town was on the coast. Centuries of sediment has built up between here and the Irish Sea, but that wasn't the case when this northern outpost was founded. That makes these walls 2,000 years old, and they're still rather complete as they surround the old part of Chester. This area where we are now is my favorite part.
It's just kind of cool.
Yes. And the Romans knew how to build stuff. Up here you spend the day enjoying the walls, looking out onto the city, the various greens, and the views that carry on well into Cheshire County. Scared of heights?
Oh, just a bit.
just
not looking over.
Use the handrail. Here is Phoenix Tower, also known as King Charles I Tower. One of its claims to fame is that the king likely stood here and watched his men in battle. Walk all around here, and who knows, you may see whales on a clear day. Okay, well, meet you downstairs.
And then come back if you want.
And you're
Okay,
going
yeah.
down? Yeah.
Alright, okay. See you in a bit.
Yeah.
Watch your head. And we're down. When you're done with the walls, but not done with exploring Roman times or architecture, don't worry. The Roman gardens are up next.
this.
That's my favorite
The
bit.
mosaic.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't date to Roman times, though.
I would say probably not.
No.
These gardens are just outside the wall, not far from the river.
Italian cypresses in a Roman garden.
Yeah.
Seems appropriate.
Like many other sites, they're free to visit. You can walk through them and look over ruins that were found from excavations around the city and brought together here. Now's a good time to tell you about tours you can take when you're in Chester. One of them is Roman themed.
Okay, so the final room.
Yeah, sure.
And the final room in this bathhouse trifecta would be the Caldarium, where it is so dangerously hot that
People of all ages will appreciate tours like this, and at one point during our many strolls around the town, I noticed that young kids really enjoyed reenacting what it was like to be marching centurions.
legionaries, oh, they would have gotten them. So if anybody tells you that the ancient Romans were the epitome of masculinity, remember, mani-pedis. And there was a little gift shop where you could get your own little ribbon kit. Yeah. Everybody loves a gift shop.
If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I enjoy visiting ruins. Well, let's go to one more Roman site, the Amphitheatre.
Seven of them men. You ate with them.
If I lived here, I would bring a lunch or a coffee and sit on one of the benches a couple days each week. And here's why. This is the largest Roman amphitheater in Britain. As you can imagine, it was once quite a bit taller to house the spectators who came to see the events. And yes, there were gladiators at this venue.
Get down here, just not this way. Over here.
You can walk right down onto the arena.
So half is excavated, and the other half is a trompe l'oeil of what it would have looked like. And the rest is still under there somewhere.
The site isn't completely unearthed. I like to think that what we aren't seeing is being preserved under the more contemporary buildings and can be excavated by future generations.
See how far up we can get.
These sites are all quite close together. If you're in the city center, you don't need to take a bus or train to get what we've seen so far. All you have to do is walk, and it's usually a short walk.
See what this reads. Here we go. So we are right probably here.
Yeah.
Another great place to stop and explore is the Chester Market.
So here's our picture house.
In here you'll find a movie theater as well as restaurants and shops.
I bet you're supposed to rub something, like in Florence, you rub him for good luck.
Isn't it kind of cool?
Yes. Oh, this would be great on a winter night when you want to go out but you don't want to be cold and wet.
Yep.
You just come here. Avocado pizza,
Here's pizza.
fancy bar.
Let me go off on a tangent for a moment. Chester has a really nice zoo nearby that you may want to visit, especially for traveling with children. We didn't make it there as our only free zoo day was during a bank holiday weekend, and we thought the crowds would be a bit too much. The zoo does have a shop in the market though, and we looked through that.
Can't go to the Chester Zoo. You can come right here. Live music?
I think so.
Yeah.
We already talked about coming here and getting a whole bunch of food from different places, not necessarily going there.
It'd be cool if they come for a night of live music.
Yeah.
Another place we stopped in a couple of times on our trip was at the Brewery Tap.
But two people who really know Chester told us to come in, so.
Yeah. Well,
Me?
they just said it's their favorite. And when you go in, I think you'll see why.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, wow.
I know. I told you.
Yeah.
Here is yet another place that had friendly staff who were happy to see us and offered some samples of the ales they had on draft. Everything was really good and the atmosphere was enjoyable. It was also historic. Remember I showed you the tower where King Charles I may have watched his army in battle? Well, it appears that he stayed in this building.
Probably going back at full time, though. Yeah. Probably going. Oh, we're spending too much money.
And when was the last time you sat in a tasting room of a brewery and admired tapestries on the wall? When you visit Chester, you'll see that there's an unofficial meeting place. It's the Cross. Centrally located, it's hard to miss, making it a perfect marker for a gathering. Each time I walked by, it was surrounded with musicians and people getting ready to go out and enjoy their day or evening. The first cross was created in the 14th century, and it was replaced 100 or so years later, but it's still medieval. It sustained damage during the Civil War. What we're seeing are remnants of what was saved and reconstructed or repurposed into how it looks today. I had mentioned there are theme-based tours in town. A traditional one you'll find in most cities is the hop-on, hop-off bus tour. Chester has one of those, and it also has another fun one. It was a perfect day to be on the river, so a 30-minute cruise was the ideal tour to do. And it can even be complemented with a beverage available for purchase on board.
So we would keep this. Thank you.
No, send us
This particular stretch of the river is known as Dee Ford and was the site of a Roman ford way back in the 1st century AD. It's quite shallow here even today, and it's way down to the river's edge.
You don't have to take a cruise to enjoy the River Dee, although I do recommend it. You can walk alongside or even over it.
Ladies come fishing.
Should we walk the Iron Bridge?
You want to do it?
I think it's beautiful. This is a perfect sized bridge.
Let's do it then.
Pedestrian only. Well, pedestrians and cyclists only.
My favorite was on Queen's Park Bridge, which takes you across the River Dee to the Handbridge area of town. It's pedestrian only and takes just a few minutes to cross it and return.
Queen's Park Bridge. I guess every city has a Queen's Park,
Yeah.
don't they?
Well, it's all Victorian.
Yeah.
Here we
It's a perfect sized river. It's just wide enough. It's just fast enough.
I think it's so pretty.
You have
Do you see why
waterfowl
it's
galore.
my favorite part?
Yes. They'll have it decked out for Christmas.
It's getting a little warm. It was cold this morning.
Let's get a shot of this.
But to just have lunch out on that patio.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be lovely?
Idyllic Victorian setting.
And if you didn't get enough waterfront while meandering along the river, Chester has canals to walk beside. Here you can enjoy the birds and scenery, look at narrowboat life moored next to you, or stop in at one of several pubs. You'll see the walls tower above you, and you'll get to a ladder of locks that narrowboats need to enter to continue along the canal.
Is that part of the wall?
Yeah. You walked that the other day.
Oh, so what's right behind me then? Are we getting close to the cathedral?
Well, the cathedral's right there.
Right there. Oh. It's a whole different world down here.
Well, this is really cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like this flooded or something.
It's
Careful, it could be...
Yeah, it's slippery, I told you.
Yeah.
You've got to be careful.
So the water is this high and we're about to go down. You can even hear where the waterfall is. There's the sill.
Between the river and the city center, you'll find St. John's Church. The part I found particularly interesting was the eastern ruins.
Yeah. Or do we want to do this?
Do you want to do the quick church?
Want to walk through this and then do the park and then down? Oh.
You're also near Grosvenor Park, a wonderfully maintained area the public enjoys. As we walked through the park, we noticed an outdoor performance in progress. We talked to one of the event workers, and she let us know that a Sherlock Holmes story set in Chester was on the schedule for the following evening. Well, as Sherlock Holmes fans, and who isn't, we decided to buy tickets.
In there for a pint?
Years, like there's the undercover bit.
Yeah, I don't think we did that.
I think we'll get designated either undercover.
Okay.
Or,
So they'll tell you go there.
It was fun to sit out on a pleasant summer evening and watch terrific actors playing multiple parts.
Okay.
They even had a Welsh brewery make a special ale for the event.
So how many have we seen so far? The Roman Amphitheatre,
The
Crossing the Rose.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe as I'll be adding more travel videos shortly.
Check
The
these
river
out.
and the grove. We've been outside the cathedral. You haven't been in it.
Yes.
You guys take a picture. What's going on?
The British pubs.
British pub.
British
Wait,
pop.
did you sound like an American?
I did.
You American? Is that why you're doing it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is cool. Is that a good pub?
This is Weatherspoons. Everyone in England loves Weatherspoons.